Hello everybody, goes Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about the Micro SMG in GTA 5 and GTA Online. Now this is the 10th episode in my series called GTA 5 Gun Guide, where we will be going for every single weapon in GTA 5 and GTA Online, and breaking down the stats of these weapons, talking about the weapon, and just giving my general thoughts on these weapons. So if you want to go check out last episode in the series, which was on the flare gun in GTA Online, then you can go check that out. There will be a link in the description. There will also be a link in the description to a playlist with all of the episodes in this series. If you also most of these stats are coming from the GTA Wiki, so if you want to go check that out, then there will be a link in the description. So if you want to read up more information on the Micro SMG, then you can do that. The Micro SMG is a submachine gun in GTA 5, clearly based off the IMI Mini Uzi. It has a magazine capacity from the 45 ACP variant of the Uzi, although it is probably the 9mm Parabellum variant. Like the pistol, the Micro SMG is fairly rounded. It is best in close quarter situations, such as interiors of buildings, because of the high rate of fire. It is the only SMG to be used when drive-by shooting. It is unlocked after beating the mission Franklin and Lamar in single player, and after getting rank 5 in online. The damage is 2.1 out of 10, and it will deal 21 damage per shot. The fire rate is 6.0 out of 10. The accuracy is 3.0 out of 10. The range is 2.5 out of 10. The magazine size is 16 rounds, or 30 with extended clip, and the rate of fire is a standard 500 rounds per minute, but whenever you will be drive-by shooting, it will vary from 450 to 600 rounds per minute. Now I tested out this weapon against another player who goes by the name of Solo Hatchet on Xbox Live, so big thanks to him, and he's a level 13, so keep that in mind whenever you're using this weapon. Depending on the rank of your enemy that you're shooting at, then this may vary, or this may increase or decrease. So it will take 1 bullet to the head, or 5 if they have a bulletproof helmet. It will take 10 bullets to the chest, and everywhere else in their body, like the leg, arm, feet, it will take 13. At a max distance of this weapon, which is 120 meters, it will take 39 rounds. So this weapon is not all that great whenever you want to be firing at a long distance, but up close, it is pretty decent with a 500 rounds per minute. It also can be fired from cars, which is quite nice. It is also manufactured by Shrewsbury. In Grand Theft Auto 5, the Micro SMG only has a magazine capacity of 16 rounds, but it can be extended to 30 rounds. The weapon has a high fire rate, but low damage and accuracy. Its reputation as a drive-by weapon still stands, and also being set as the default drive-by weapon, but the AP pistol is far superior, and it has a larger magazine, a faster rate of fire, greater overall power, and uses the extremely common pistol ammunition. It is also outclassed by most SMGs, like the SMG and the Assault SMG, and it's just not all that amazing, even at a rank 5. So the attachments that you can place on this weapon is the flashlight, the scope, and the suppressor. I honestly wouldn't recommend any of these. Maybe the flashlight if you really want a weapon that can be used at night. But the scope and the suppressor aren't all that amazing. Just to be honest, I wouldn't recommend either, especially because the suppressor, if you're using it in a drive-by shooting, if you're using it in a car, the suppressor will go away. And the scope, honestly, I don't really like the iron sights on this gun, but the scope isn't all that amazing. And speaking of the iron sights, they are pretty bad. They are not exactly the worst in the game. I still think the vintage pistol is a bit worse, but they're just not open. There's a lot of metal going on. It doesn't really look all that great, and I honestly wouldn't recommend using iron sights with this weapon. But the scope, while the scope may give you a bit better accuracy and a bit better, clearer way of shooting at enemies, you also have to deal with a lot of visual recoil whenever you're aiming down sights with a scope, and it's just not all that great. Also, if you take off the scope, if you don't have a scope on the weapon, the stock will be folded, which is kind of nice in my opinion. There is also the default clip and the extended clip, which the extended clip will increase it to 30 rounds. And overall, it's just not all that amazing of a weapon. It is quite nice in survivals. It is kind of nice, but just overall, I honestly don't really like this weapon. It gets outclassed by a lot of SMGs. Not only can both SMGs, the SMG and the Assault SMG, hold more rounds in a magazine, especially with extend equip. If you put extend equip on the SMG or the assault SMG, you're going to get double the rounds. Also, the AP pistol is a way better weapon for using during drive-bys because not only do you have a higher magazine count whenever you have extended mag, but you also get pretty much better in almost every stat. Now, the accuracy on this weapon isn't terrible, but it isn't amazing. It's decent in most areas, although the spread is actually quite high at longer distance, so you may want to just tap fire this weapon. And the damage is very low. The AP pistol has armor piercing rounds, so it can blow up cars pretty easy. The damage on this weapon isn't all that great, but since you have to be a level 33 with the AP to get the AP pistol, this weapon could be a good drive-by shooting weapon whenever you're a lower rank. But once you get level 33, honestly, there's not really any use for the Micro SMG, unless you like the look of it or something. You also can't put a grip on this weapon, so that's also another thing that you want to keep in mind. So overall, I honestly wouldn't really recommend this weapon. But let me know what your thoughts are on it in the comments. And next episode on this series will be on the SMG in GTA Online. So let me know your thoughts on this weapon in the comments. Hope you all enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.